we are here. We are Discover the Finger Lakes. And this is a very special episode. We hope you enjoy. We are here near Vine Valley Road, and we're going to show you a really nice view here in just a second. And so this is episode 4 for September, and we're going to focus on the Seneca Indians. We hope you enjoy, and let's get started with this. But first, let's show you this view. The Seneca Art and Culture Center at Onondaga, 7000 County Road 41, Victor, New York. The hours of operation are Tuesday through Sunday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and exhibit viewing hours 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Now, also connected with this area, as it shows here on this map, there are several trails you can walk. The Trail of Peace Trail, the Great Oak Trail, as well as other places to explore. Onondaga was once the largest Seneca town. The Seneca Nation was considered to occupy the western gateway of Haudenosaunee, Iroquois Confederacy territory. This site is the center of the story of the peacemaker who unified the 5 major peoples and created the Haudenosaunee Confederacy. It survives to this day. In 1656, Jesuit Father Pierre Joseph Marie Cheminot traveled from the Cayuga Nation to the Seneca Nation. Then, having assembled all the elders of Onondaga, the principal village of Seneca, and having bestowed the presents that are usually given as tokens of alliance, he commenced in a fervent and loud tone to explain the principles, truths of the gospel, which he sealed with the 3 finest presents of all, which he had reserved for this purpose. By the close of 1668, the Jesuits had established a mission in each of the 5 Iroquois nations. The Seneca and the mission of St. Jacques had been assigned to Father James Freeman. The Seneca family forced the missionaries to leave in 1684 after rising tension with the French. The destruction of Onondaga happened on June 13, 1687, by an army led from Canada, which consisted of 832 colonial regulars, more than 900 Canadian militia, and some 400 Indian allies, to eliminate the Seneca as competitors in the international fur trade. The Seneca had been dealing with the English, and the French wanted to keep control of the lucrative fur trade. The conflict was part of what became known as the Beaver Wars, as the Iroquois also struggled to control their trade. Native American tribes fought each other too in trying to gain power in the fur trade. A single Haudenosaunee longhouse was home to several families, all belonging to the same clan. Each longhouse measured approximately 20 feet wide and from 40 to 200 feet long, depending upon the number of families living within. The interior of the longhouse was divided into sections. 2 tiered bunks lined each wall. The first tier was used as sleeping quarters for one family. The upper tiers were used as storage for that family. Each pair of families shared a central fire. Construction of a new longhouse began in spring. First, a frame was built. 4 large posts were sunk into the ground to serve as sturdy corner posts. Then young elm trees were cut for the frame of the longhouse. Once the frame was completed, strips of elm bark were cut to serve as siding. These bark strips were lashed to the frame using rope made of bark fiber. The only openings in the longhouse were the 2 doors on each end and the smoke holes in the roof above each of the fires. Bear Hill unique area covers approximately 298 acres in the town of Middlesex in Yates County, and the northern one covers approximately 95 acres in the town of Gorham in Ontario County. Activity on the unique area is hiking. Now the main trail is in approximately 1.7 miles to the center of the hill. There is also a lower trail that goes lower, and we'll show you that later. Bear Hill rises 860 feet above Canandaigua Lake and provides awe-inspiring views of the lake and the valley. It also lives up to its name because at one time Bear Hill had no trees on top. There are many accounts of, in the past, there being a fort built on top of this hill. Now, in one of the accounts, it says that there was a fort built there and that there was a ditch that surrounded it, and it was about an acre long. Now, in the 1780s, when the Senecas had possession of this hill, when the white settlers arrived, say they did not build the fort. In fact, the Seneca denied that they built any of the earth and stone structures in Yates County. The structures were old, they say, when they arrived on the scene. This is considered to be around 1400 to 1500 AD. According to Seneca legend, Bear Hill is barren because of the damage done by a giant snake. The story goes that while canoeing one day, a young boy found a colored snake in the water. He took it home and began to take care of it, feeding insects and small reptiles. The snake turned out to have a ravenous appetite that made him grow and grow. The snake grew so large that it had to be fed deer and other mammals. Eventually he grew so enormous that the villagers feared for their lives before they could escape. The snake entwined itself around the village and killed everyone except a brother and a sister. In a dream, the boy was told where to aim his arrow to kill the serpent. He was successful, and the snake twisted and turned, destroying the trees at the top of Bear Hill before he fell into the lake. Now, I hiked a portion of this trail, did not make it to the end, but I wanted to save the best for the last. The last segment of this episode, we will show you the ending of this trail, and where there will be a special ceremony by the Seneca Indians.
In our language, we call ourselves the people of the Great Hill. And in our language, we refer to ourselves as Onondawaga. Actually, the word Seneca has no meaning in our language. So, Onondawaga ni I am a person of the people of the Great Hill. I belong to the Heron clan. We take our clan of our mother and we take our nation of our mother. So, my mother was Heron, therefore I am. And the name that the Heron clan has given me is Ganonza Death Down. It refers to responsibilities I have within our ceremonial way of life. I also mentioned that I live and work at a place called Ganondagan. So I said Ganondagan Neat Kanonge, where I live, where I work. I could also say today, Wenichio Nanget Wenisade. It's a beautiful day today. And we might also say, I drove along the lake as I came here, Gahas Day, meaning it's kind of windy. It's kind of a strong wind out there on the lake. But I'm repeating what you just heard me say in English, but I'm going to use Onondawaga Gawano, the language of the people of the Great Hill. De Wenondanonde, Joheko, Nangan Wenisade, Ojabwatanonyo, Noja Nukta Onhejuhe, Ne Haigwa Sesa Ojistondat at Anakwasat. Ne Ojabwatanonyo Nangat Wenisa de Hahon Hojanuk to Onhejuhe. Nangat Wenisa de Okanonyo Ganyot Dasar, Ganyot Dawanas, Hati Wadajit da Gay de Yano de Sanjays. Ojatinonyo Nangat Wenisa de Nojanuk to Onhejuhe. Dani Doko Nangat Wenisa de Oyowana Diawinye, Gay Nanondi, Ojabwatanonyo, Noja Nukta on Hedgewe. De Haigwanan Gantwanisa de Odiskayoni, Adaranoni, Hatigahata Yando, Nangantwanisa de Ojabwatanonyo Gahado, Wata, Anakwas Hetnik and Yagaitko. Dani Dako Nangantwanisa de Sadwatsi and the Kagakwa Hodiskan Gate to Goa, Ojabwatanonyo, Nangat Wenisa de Etisotsa Kagakwa Ojatinonyo, Dani Dako Nangat Wenisa de Ginanundi Hadeo Yak Giono di Yankinet Nadonjas, Nangat Wenisa de Ojabwatanonyo, Ginanundi, Dani Dako Sebagawane Ganya Dione Haigwaka Vio, Nangat Wenisa de Ojabwatanonyo, Onwe Ka Nangat Wenisa de Ojabwatanonyo. Scan up, run up, and get when they said they didn't get the good. I give thanks that all of you are well again. And I said it's a good looking group today that we've got here, and indeed it is. And we have used those words to give thanks to our Creator.
That were here last year, I told this story, and I keep telling this story because I think it's important that when men long time ago were leaving to go hunting or leaving to go on a war party, the leader of the expedition would kind of give a holler in the center of the village. And when he would give that holler, the men in that village would respond to him. And they would kind of call back to him. So he'd start singing his song. Now I'm going to say, Yahoo, and you answer by saying, hey. Let me hear you say, hey. Hey. Very good. All right, here we go. Now, you're going to learn something about how we teach our kids, and this is the way my gramps taught me, okay? As we're going through this, we're always going to go back to the beginning, okay? So here we go. So we're going to start off. Hey, yo! Hey! Yo! Hey! Yo! Hey! Yo! Hey! Yo! Hey! A little faster. Yo! Hey! Yo! Hey! Yo! Hey! Now the next one is ahe, okay? I say ahe, you say ahe, okay? Ready? But we're going to start from the beginning, right? Okay, here we go. Hi-yo! Yo-ho!
Hey!
Yo-ho!
Hey!
Yo-ho!
Hey!
Yo-ho!
Hey!
Yo-ho!
Hey!
Yo-ho!
Hey!
All here!
Aye!
All here!
Aye!
All here!
Aye!
All here!
Aye!
Now the next one, okay, might sound silly to you, but it's an actual Seneca word, okay? Let me hear you all say this. Let me hear you say, eh. So, eh, or let me say it like, eh, okay? Now, what that means in Seneca is it means yes, all right? So I'd ask my grandma something, and if she really meant it, it's like the longer you make it, the more it means yes. Okay. So I'd ask my uxode something, and I'd say, oh, I'd ask her something, and she'd be, maybe in a hurry or whatever, I'd be like, she'd say, eh. That meant yeah. Okay, so okay, very good. Ready? From the beginning, right? Hey-yo! Yo-ho!
Hey!
Yo-ho!
Hey!
Yo-ho!
Hey!
Yo-ho!
Hey!
Yo-ho!
Hey!
All here!
Aye!
All here!
Aye!
All here!
Aye!
All here!
Aye!
All right, not bad. Give yourselves a hand. Yo! Yo!
Hey!
Yo!
Hey!
Yo!
Hey!
Yo!
Hey!
Yo!
Hey!
Yo!
Hey!
Lady, your hand.
Aye!
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 Okay, now that's a pretty easy.
And away!
Holy God, no day.
And away!
Dug us to an hurricane.
And away!
Dug us to an hurricane.
And away!
Holy God, no day.
And away!
Holy God, no day.
And away!
Holy God, no day.
And away!
Dug us to an hurricane.
And away!
Dug us to an hurricane.
And away!
Holy God, no day.
And away!
Holy God, no day.
And away!
Give yourselves a hand. History and a part of our oral tradition. So one of the things that we hoped to do was to teach you that our music not only is very diverse, but it truly has a lot of meaning. So again, give yourselves a big round. Once again, get a partner. Come on out. Smoke dance. Okay, now that you're comfortable going this way, we're going to go the other way. Okay, gonna switch one more time.
The Festival of Lights is a modern version of an ancient Seneca ritual to give thanks for peace and praise to Mother Earth for her bounty. The custom of the keepers of the faith was to build a fire each year as a signal to their brethren around the lake, to light a fire as a common expression of gratitude, and to extend greetings to one another and the great Creator.
Marla, I need those rattles. Jacob got you.
I found this last part to be a very safe, peaceful place. And if you're ever in the area and want to go there to pray, to meditate, I can take you there. Well, that was the ending of this really special episode of Discover the Finger Lakes. We hope you enjoyed this. And if you're wondering why we're sitting in the dark, it's because our next season episode, our next episode is going to be all about creepy New York. We revisit creepy New York again. And we hope you're ready, because it's going to be very, very interesting. And so we want to thank everyone for watching this episode. And Ray, do you have anything to say?
No, it was fun.
See you next month in October. And at the end of this episode, we have a special promo for Creepy New York. And we hope you like it. We hope it'll entice you to watch it. So for James Kenny
And Brady Hill.
thanks for watching. We'll see you next month.